Okay, so that is our spotlight on Alex Cox. Let's go to our featured films. I am approaching this first feature film with absolute dread because the movie is called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I am looking at IMDb right now. It has 8.5 out of 10. The reason why I mention this is I'm trying to steel myself against maybe Bruce Purkey's reaction to Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I already know as far as people divulging things. Eric Holmes called it charming, so I don't have to worry about Eric Holmes that much. Anyways, the story centers on, well, Lesley Manville from Phantom Thread. She plays Mrs. Harris, a widowed cleaning lady in the 1950s London who falls madly in love with a couture Dior dress. So what does she do? She doesn't stay in London. She starts saving every single cent she has or what a pound she has, and she flies herself off to Paris to buy a specific couture dress from Dior that she really loves, and that seems like a pipe dream. But you know what? In Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, I believe this was based on a series of books. Actually, what's her name from Murder, She Wrote? Angela Lansbury. She starred in a TV movie called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris as well. I don't know what the name of that movie was, but it's directed by Anthony Fabian. If you appreciate Lesley Manville as an actress, she's very... Do you guys remember that last performance of Lesley Manville that we all really loved, but we did not like the movie as much? Do you remember that? The movie? Do you guys remember her from Let Him Go? She played the mother of the Wee Boys. She's the really dangerous mother. Remember that movie with Kevin Costner, guys? The one
I didn't see that.
Oh, you didn't see that?
God.
Yeah, she played
we
the
did.
mean. Yeah, you remember that? She played the mean mother. Yeah,
I did not even connect that.
Isn't that
she was
weird?
great.
Yes, she's great, and she's also great. Obviously, got the Oscar nomination for her work in PTA's Phantom Thread. So that is the premise of Mrs. Harris. Look, I'm gonna just cards on the table. This is so it manipulates all your emotions. Hook, line, and sinker, 5 stars. Love Manville's performance. I'm thinking someone give her an Oscar nomination. The couture dresses look beautiful. I love Paris in the springtime, in the winter, in the fall, almost as much as Eric Holmes. I loved everything about this movie. I don't know, maybe I really fell in love with this movie too hard. Bruce Purkey, I want you to bring some grounded criticism regarding Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I want to hear your honest take with this movie.
Well, this is a 1957 that I don't think ever existed. This is like, except maybe in the movies. I wrote down, I think this is aggressively whimsical. This is like a live action Paddington or Paddington 2.
Eric Holmes, are you getting... I can't get Bruce Purkey. I don't hear him on the mic. Did you mute him?
Yeah, I loved every minute of this too. This is really great.
Right?
No, this is like one of those movies that you have to actively try to hate. I mean, come on now. This is like and I was trying to be a little bit cheeky there, of course, at the beginning, but no, this movie is just it's not reality, and you just go into it knowing it's not reality. You know, this is a movie where everything's going to go wrong for her, and then 5 minutes later, everything's just going to drop into her lap and be fine. I mean, whatever.
Is that a spoiler, Bruce?
I didn't say what happened or what doesn't happen. She ends up in Paris. We know that much. So, yeah, no. And this is, how they say there's dad movies? This is definitely a mom movie, but it's also a mom movie that we can all enjoy. It's charming as fuck. What can you say? It's great.
Jason Isaacs plays he loves his alcohol. He plays a guy named Archie. Archie is, what is it? He's a bookkeeper gambling. He's
with a heart of gold.
He's nice.
Well, if it isn't the marvellous Mrs. H, and her trusty sake. What can I get you, ladies? It's been a lucky week.
2 port and lemon. Every week's lucky if you're a bookmaker.
You're not wrong there, love. 2 port and lemon, please. Of course, now I've got your company. I'm in Clover.
You think you get our company for 1 drink, Mr. Archie?
Now, these two are a proper judge of character. They're like you, Ada Harris.
Why they stick with you if they're so smart?
Why do you stick with her? They're so crabby.
Met her my first shift building planes. Never had a better friend.
Trouble with this one? She always speak the truth. Can't help herself.
That is a terrible affliction. All right, behave yourself, ladies. I'll be watching you.
This is okay. I don't think this is a spoiler. This is the movie where she can get, well, first of all, they're smoking on the plane, so tell Anderson that he might want to watch this now. They do have that. This is a movie where she'll get off a plane, walk into Paris. Her first people she meet will be 3 possibly homeless dudes in a train station or something. I don't know where they're at, and they're going to help her out.
Yeah.
and have no ill intent. This is not reality. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, what can you say? I think that my Paddington comparison actually is right. This has that kind of just, you're gonna have a good time, you're gonna like your characters, you're gonna see a lot of pretty things and have a great time in the process. I mean, the fashion, I'm not a fashion guy. The fashion here is beautiful.
Yeah.
You get why she likes it. You have this kind of fluffy but kind of not fluffy relationship between a model and another guy that works at Dior, and the model there is, you talk to her.
Should we feel guilty, Bruce, that we really enjoyed this movie?
No.
Okay.
Enjoy what you enjoy, man.
I know, you're right. You're right. I mean, Isabelle Huppert, she is the villainess in this film. She plays Claudine Colbert. And
is anyone really villainous in this movie? Come on now.
This Dior dress that you desire so much, where will you wear it? At the Vienna Opera Ball or Queen Charlotte's? Will you wear it to polished floors or will you keep it shut in your little wardrobe? A Dior dress is designed to astonish and delight. How will you do that, Mrs. Harris? You, forgive me for saying this, but you are nobody, invisible. How will you give this dress the life it deserves?
It's my dream.
Yeah, she is the evil, quote unquote, seemingly evil person in this whole Dior fashion house, and she is the one who kind of runs the show. And yeah, but Bruce, to your point, yeah, all the stuff. Eric, you said we know you said this is charming. What give us your big picture take on Mrs. Harris? Do you agree with Bruce on all the points he made?
So I was thinking back when we saw the murder at Yellowstone.
Yeah.
And so at the beginning of that movie, dude comes in, he buys drinks for everyone, and then there's one guy that's like, "Hey, you still owe me." And it's like, okay, well, and then they settled that and like, oh, cool. This is going to be, other than what the title suggests, this is going to be a movie about, oh, someone came into a windfall and they get to rebuild their town, and this will be a nice, happy movie. But then a murder happens and it becomes something completely different. This is kind of the Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is Murder at Yellowstone if the murder never happened. It's completely conflict free.
That's great.
That's completely
amazing.
Free of conflict. It's just, they say you can't make a movie about someone without conflict, and they did. You know, I mean, there's she runs into some stuff here and there, but mostly this is a really happy movie. Really, I got huge Amelie vibes from this, because when I watch Amelie, it's just a damn charming movie that I'm happy every time I watch it. And this is the same thing. It's like when I saw that we were watching Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, I'm like, oh, kid.
Yeah, right.
F and Greg with his artsy screeners.
Like, this is not gonna be in my wheelhouse. And I watched it, and it actually brightened up my day. I was like so happy after I was done watching this. I was like, oh, so I know where to go to when I'm feeling depressed. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
My only complaint with Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is
quiet. No complaints.
No, it's a big complaint. It's the main theme.
Conflict free.
The main theme is the golden rule about being kind to others. I don't know if I buy that. I don't really. You guys are all about that. Be kind to others. You never know. Never know what they're going through. Can we skip that or
actually, she's not, because she is overly kind to others. But there's a couple parts where she's like, no, that was my seat. Like when she's being done wrong, she will put her foot down.
That's true.
Say, no, this is because she lives that way, so she expects others to live that way too.
Okay, yeah.
I think it's more about like not getting to a point in your life and going like, it's kind of like you're never done. If you want to continue and kind of go for that dream or whatever it was that you had, why are you not doing it? I think it's more about that.
Okay, gosh, yeah. Eric and Bruce defending Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris a little bit.
Yeah, how dare you, Greg?
Yeah, what's wrong with you, cynical bastard?
I thought, man, another complaint, this is not a Giallo film and it's not directed by Brian De Palma or Dario Argento. I'm just trying to make up things to not like about Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Look, this is a movie that people are gonna not like. It's like anything else. I don't like horror movies. Cool, well then don't watch The Black Phone. I don't like movies about happy old ladies. Then don't watch Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris.
Happy old ladies.
Yeah. I'm looking up. Oh, Miss Harris, It Goes to Paris is just a couple years older than us, Bruce. How do we feel about this, right? No, but yeah, she's.
Then I'm ready for a trip. I just gotta get my bet down on the right dog, and I am ready to go.
Oh my gosh, yes. As Eric Holmes says, Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is conflict free. Let's just say this. And he specifically said she runs into things here and there. I do slightly disagree. She doesn't run into things here and there. She gently skips by things here and there.
Bumps into something and then turns around and it's fine.
You know, the world is an ugly place. You know, it's
yeah.
And a lot of movies we see reflect that. Sometimes you just need a movie like Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris to come and give you a hug and go, "It'll be okay, dearie. Come and give you Mrs. Harris a hug." I'm like, "Oh, Miss Harris, you know what? Let me buy you a dress. Let's go dancing." This is a nice, refreshing drink you need sometimes. You know, you've been running around all day. It's real hot, sweaty, and you come home, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris is that nice glass of ice water that's like, oh, fucking thank God.
I agree.
I had no idea I was missing this.
Bruce and Eric, this is not me being facetious, but I actually think Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris double bill with Phantom Thread would not be such a bad thing because A, couture, and B, Lesley Manville. Am I off on this? Is it like watching day for night or night for day? What is this?
I would go Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris and Amelie just because I'd like, if you want a little darkness, maybe go Lovely Still, because Lovely Still is really happy through most of it until it's not.
Okay.
I won't give anything away on that for anyone that's seen it, but yeah, this is
I say Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris and Paddington 2.
Yeah, there
Very
you go.
good. I'm kidding. I like it when Bruce and Eric counterpoint me with this. It's awesome. It's awesome. So, okay. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris for me. 5 stars. Eric Holmes. Oh, you just wrote it already on your Google. Yeah, can you say it, Eric Holmes? What did you give it?
Yeah, this movie's a 5-star banger. Again, not going to be for everyone. Not going to be for everyone all the time. But this movie serves a very specific function, and what it's doing, it does it extremely well.
Bruce,
I'm going to give it 4.5 stars. Oh, wait. It just became 5. I say, that conflict was so fast. I got over that conflict so fast.
Bruce, I was expecting at least you or Eric to bring a little bit of just, pessimism. You remember they talk about Sartre?
I did. I gave you conflict. That 4.5 star was a conflict. I gave it to you.
Okay. There were
lasted for like half a second.
What? Can we say one more thing? I'll give it 5 stars. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I like how they actually interweave a little bit of existential themes to it. Did you guys the whole Jean-Paul Sartre thing, like being in? Did you like that or?
It was so funny. It was like they said, like, we like being existential. Yes, we do. That was it.
Yeah. Someone turns into a cockroach midstream in this movie. Really interesting Kafka-esque stuff. No, that does not happen. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. 5-star banger for all of us. I guess that's our top recommendation, along with Highway Patrolman. No disrespect to Repo Man.